everybody hear me okay? All right, good deal. First of all, I want to say welcome to our first ever annual youth-led tech session. Give yourself a round of applause. My name is Kyla Williams, and I am the Director of Operations at the Smart Chicago Collaborative, and we are the organization that kind of put this program together with hopes that we would make a difference in the lives of these youth. And youth, did we make a difference? Can we get some? Wait.
Amen.
Youth, did we make a difference?
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
Good deal. So I just wanted to give you a little background about how this program came to be. So in March of 2015, I was preparing to go on vacation. I was walking out the door, and my executive director, Daniel O'Neill, said, "Hey, I have an idea." And I'm like, "I'm going on vacation, so you're going to have to hold your idea till when I get back." He's like, No, you're going to love this idea. I want to do something with youth that's innovative and it's technical, and they learn how to build websites and be better. They can grow and they can know more about technology. And I was like, yeah, but we already do things with partners that do things with youth. And he was like, no, I want us to do it. And I'm like, you do know that I'm going on vacation, right? And he's like, well, when you get back, we'll talk about it. And I said, okay. So I don't know if y'all know, like, people who move and you can feel them moving in the world even when you're not around them. So I'm on vacation and I swear I could feel him typing up documents. I'm like, he's doing something. So as soon as I got back, literally, as soon as I landed back in Chicago, Daniel O'Neill sent me an email and said, I need you to read this. He had typed out this entire program in a week's time. In his mind, he came up with it. Now, it was kind of sketchy. Everything wasn't quite aligned, but he had an idea that we could develop this innovative program for youth, that we would teach them about being techies, using web-based tools so that they could be entrepreneurs and they can take these skills and move beyond us and do great things. And so, today in August, now 5 months later, this dream came to fruition, and I think that we should acknowledge the creator, if you will, of this. Now, Dan creates lots of stuff, and then he drops it in my lap and says, okay, make it happen. So we tried our best to really design a program that was going to be helpful and fun, and that you were going to get your needs met and you were going to learn something. So we're hoping that that actually occurred. We have a couple of folks that we want to bring in front of you to offer some remarks about their organizations and their connections to the program. And so first, I would like to bring to the stage Daniel Ash from the Chicago Community Trust. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Kyla. Before I talk about the Chicago Community Trust, I want to basically introduce myself, and I want to make 2 points, one to the young people who participated and another point to the parents. First, who am I? I live on the south side, 63rd and Woodlawn. I have 3 boys, 17, 15, and 10. I happen to be the Chief Marketing Officer at the Chicago Community Trust. But my whole career has been committed to making our communities stronger. So now, my point to the students, this is a beginning, not an end. I'll tell you a story. I'm in the privileged position to hire people to build websites. And I want to just offer just a little bit of real talk. So we just built a new site for my organization, the Chicago Community Trust. And I hired a company actually out of DC. And I spent, in the course of 9 months, about $400,000. And I paid for about 4 people, 2 developers. Those are folks who get under the hood, write the code. I don't know anything about that, so Dan can explain that. But they're very important, I know that. someone who helped us with strategy, helped us think about what do we want to do for the user of our product. And then we had hired a designer. Now here's a challenge I face almost weekly. I hire firms, and when they come in and they pitch to me, I ask them, who's on your staff? What does your staff look like? Is it diverse? Do you have black and brown professionals on your staff? And too often, I get this sort of vague look. I get stammers. People start to stutter. And unfortunately, I go through company after company after company, and too often these companies are saying, we don't have the ability to bring in folks that you want us to bring in, Daniel. So I know, hey, there are folks out there who are young professionals who have the skills, and I'm going to keep pushing those companies to hire. But I also know that we need to have a broader, richer pool of talent available to these firms. And that's why this project is absolutely critical, because it's the beginning. You're exposed to something, not because we just now want you to feel good about, okay, you can build a website right now, but you're going to be building and creating technology in the future, because that's where our economy is, not where it will be. It's there now. And I want to be in a position, I want folks like me who will be in positions to hire not to have that challenge. When they hire a firm, whether it's Microsoft, IBM, or a small boutique shop, that they have a staff that reflects our community. So again, stick with it. Don't let this be the end of your exposure to technology. Now, second, to parents. The Chicago Community Trust is a community foundation, and that's a simple definition. It's a place where philanthropists put their money so that they could do more good for Chicago. What we aim to do is sort of be that intersection between community need and good intentions of philanthropists. In order for us to do that work, just as this program is youth-led, our work has to be community-led. And so we work very hard to make sure that community voice is at the center of our work. So I'm going to ask you, as you think about your son or daughter, or your niece, nephew, your neighbor, your grandson, their experience in this program, understand that programs like this begin with the community demanding that they exist. And I want to be in a position to support Dan and Kyla and others so that we create more programs like this and expand them so that more can participate. So I'm making this request. Learn more about our organization, learn more about Get in Chicago, learn more about Smart Chicago, and don't be afraid to get on the phone and let us know what you think is needed. With that, I'll turn it back over to Kyla, but before I go, I want to offer a personal congratulations again to this class. Congratulations on job well done.
Thank you, Daniel. Now, to move on with the story. So Dan is, doing what Dan does, and happens to run into Dr. Tony Irving in the hallway. She is the executive director of Get in Chicago, and he's talking about all types of stuff, and she says, I want to teach kids how to code. I want kids to know how to code in some of our neighborhoods where there aren't any coding schools or there aren't any coding opportunities. And Dan says, Eureka! I've been working on this project. And so just like that, the two organizations started talking and planning on how we were going to try to offer this program to the 5 communities that we've identified. And so up next with some remarks is Dr. Tony Irving from Get in Chicago. Welcome her, please.
Y'all look good. I am really happy to see all of you here. When Dan and I first talked about a coding program in our communities, in communities that have been hard hit by poverty and violence, this is what I hoped for. All of you in this room, everyone in this room completed the program and did what it took to understand a bit about coding, to know how to design a web page, And that is so exciting to me. You all are so exciting to me. There were people who said that, Black and Latino kids, they don't code, they don't go to class, they won't sit in a program in which they are not paid, they won't process. And to them, I post this picture of you all. And so what we're especially excited about, what I'm especially excited about, is that this idea about the future who are you and technology. And you guys have heard people say you can give a man a fish or you can teach him how to fish. And so this is your fishing program. We are thinking about how can y'all hear me? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was loud. Okay. So I was thinking about how we can think about coding as our new hustle. You have a friend who's a DJ, and maybe now he can have a website, or she can have a website where she says, I'm DJing weddings. You have a little community store, and maybe they have something really fresh to put out that no one has seen, and I am old school, I still say fresh and I say dope, but it's all coming back. And maybe they have something that you can put out in that way. And so this is an opportunity not just to think about your future career and what you're going to do in your life, but in your present. And so part of this process is that we funded so that all of you went through it could get a laptop. And this is your fishing rod. This is going to be the tool that you take out for you every day to think about how you become part of the economy in your community, how you grow opportunity in the spaces where you live and play and go to school, and how you then go back and teach other people around you. So this is the Go Fish program. You guys have your fishing rods. And then I'll tell you that the Bureau of Labor Statistics says that by 2020, there will be more jobs in technology than people to fill them. And what is so cool about that is they actually break it down. And they tell you all of the jobs in technology you can get with a high school diploma, all of the jobs in technology you can get with an associate's degree, and then of course the ones with a 4-year degree. So that for wherever you want to go in your level of academic achievement, there is a technology-related job for you that is well paying. We're talking about, at the lowest end, we're talking $40,000 a year. But that we see so many jobs at 60 and 70 just for having an associate's degree. And I know Tony Johnson's going to get one of those jobs. So all of that is to say that thank you guys so much for doing what you do. Thank you for following through on this. Thank you for creating a standard for young people next summer to live up to. And I just look forward to seeing what happens next. Thanks.
So continuing with the story, we got the program plan together, we started to talk about the curriculum, and we wanted to determine what type of tools we were going to offer. We knew that we wanted to have the youth have the opportunity to earn a laptop, so that was very important language, that they earned the laptop through their learning experience and not that we were giving it to them just because they were showing up every single day. So we then partnered with Microsoft to purchase the laptops that the youth will be earning in the program because they did such a phenomenal job during their service learning time. And I would like to bring to the stage next Adam Heckman of Microsoft.
Thank you. Man, what an amazing 6 weeks you guys have had, right? This is incredible. This message is going to be for the students, but the parents, the teachers, caregivers, you can listen to. What I wanted to express to the students was that you're really at the very tip of what promises to be a whole new era in digital literacy. we have this opportunity here today to close a gap. And the program that you just went through these last 6 weeks is just the absolute start of how that happens. So as you mentioned, I work for Microsoft, and we're really interested in how we can bring access and the skills and the training our youth need to be successful. And that means all of the youth in the city. We have to get this right. We absolutely have to get this right. With more than 75 million unemployed youth around the world, we have to work together to build these 21st century skills to secure the future of not just you guys, not just the youth. The whole world, the whole global economy depends on this. Right? You just heard the statistics of how many jobs are going to be out there. There's no reason why there should be that many unemployed young people. Now, we have to get digital education right. It has to work for everybody. Where's Dan O'Neill? Dan is around here somewhere. Dan taught me something a while ago. He said, if it doesn't work for you, for each of you, it doesn't work. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work. So participating in this program is definitely a major step forward, but it's just a first step. Now, by participating in this program, you have an extremely important voice in this mission, right? People are going to be looking up to you. They're going to want to know what your opinions are on this. You represent the voices of the youth now, whose education, whose career, even whose lives are going to be impacted by the digital literacy skills that you've been taught. Now, you went through this program, and they may not have told you this in the beginning, but you now carry two great responsibilities with you, all right? Your first responsibility is to take what you've learned and build on it and figure out where these digital skills can be applied to whatever you're passionate about. Doesn't matter what you're passionate about. You can apply digital skills to everything now, absolutely everything. Responsibility that you have is to use what you've learned, and you now have to bring up the next 10, 20, 100 youth in your neighborhood. You have to teach them diligently as you've been taught. You have to inspire them with the knowledge as you've been inspired. You have to take the next Austin and find act on that responsibility. Teach them with diligency and teach them with compassion. And with that, congratulations on some phenomenal work you guys did. Thank you.
So we put the word out in the community that we were looking for youth. We wanted youth who were interested in technology. We wanted youth whose parents were interested in the youth learning technology. We wanted to be as diverse as we possibly could with offering this opportunity and be as organic as we possibly could. I can say personally, I've been in nonprofit work for 27 years, and never in my life have I been so stressed. I just want to say that it was good stress because we were doing a lot of learning. There was a lot of moving parts, and I just want to give you parents, kids, join me. Let's clap it up for our parents. Because y'all have a tough job. These children is needy. My goodness. From what happened to the ranch dressing to what happened to the air conditioning, too much air conditioning. I can't wear my gym shoes in here. I need to wear my dress. It's a whole lot of stuff that goes on when you're trying to deal with youth, and we enjoy every bit of that. And now we want to present to you, these our curriculum. There was 210 service learning hours that each of the laptop earned 168 service learning hours or more. That is a lot of hours. are very, very proud of all of the youth here, and we are definitely looking forward to what's going to happen past this experience. Our first Don't leave me up here all unsupervised. I will start singing.
All right. Amen. All right.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm instructor at Austin High School, so Austin on the west side. So hi parents over there, how you doing? We had a great time this summer. They learned a lot, and I think most of all they formed friendships that will last forever. I know all the other sites they had. On the last day, my students, they didn't want to leave. I'm like, okay, go home. They're like, no, we want to stay. I'm like, no, well, I don't care where you go, but you gotta leave here. But so we had a great time, and where's my assistant instructor? Assistant instructor, just want to say hi.
This has been a wonderful experience. I learned so much from the youth in Austin, and I'm never going to forget this. And I hope that I taught a little myself, like I was an instructor, so I should hope that I taught a little something. And one of the messages that I like to get across is each one teach one. Like everyone builds everyone up, and we're all in this together. And we're gonna, first we're gonna introduce you, bring up Linquel Biggs. Really awesome. You can go this way. You can just say hi to the crowd. Just wave to everybody. It's fine. And here's your laptop and backpack for a complete program. High five. Next up is Mariana Morrow. Round of applause, please. And next up is Jada. Don't hold your head down, be proud, like you did a lot. Right, AJ? Wait for the crowd. Be proud. Okay. EJ. And Deshaun. Say hi to the crowd. They don't fight. And Ariel. And Latrell. Oh, wow, I do not recognize Lachey. Wow. I do not. It's totally different. Jonica. Say hi to the camera. Oh, what? Maya. That's why it looks different today. Most shyest. Lisa. It's your time to light. Say hi to everyone. Not gonna have five? No high five. Alright. Darnell. Darnell Shields. Junior, I should say. Cool. Largo. Each and every one of them, they put the work in, like they really, really deserve this. Much more, honestly. And just so grateful to have had this experience. Oh, we have more. Sorry, I'm running away from the mic right now.
Thanks to Austin. Let's give him a big round of applause. Next up, we have Englewood. Where? Englewood.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is G. I am also one of the instructors for the Englewood site. Mr. Kamal is right here. We also had another instructor, Mr. Isaiah James. He's actually running a little late. We want to tell our parents from the Englewood site that your kids have done an amazing job this summer with learning tech and learning how to do some team building and just appreciating the experience and working with us along the way. We learn from them just like they learn, and we hope that it's something that inspires them to reach higher and get more involved with technology, especially at the age that they're in right now where they're really soaking up a lot of knowledge. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead. Their laptop. First up is Xavier Baldwin. We call him Mr. Technology. He's our most, tech savvy in our group. Next up is Micaiah Booker. Next up is Cameron Carter. Letitia. Mr. Joseph Dorsey. Next is Omari Dunner. Next is Ms. Desire F. Lori.
Alex.
Harlem Henderson. Next up is Jamonte Knox. Next is Kaylin Lee. Mr. Wilson. Next is we call him Mr. Senator. His name is Zavella Sanders. Next, last but not least, is Miss Lexi Taylor. All your hard work and our parents for cooperating with us with giving us whatever we need and support otherwise. Thank you so much.
Up next is Humboldt Park. Humboldt Park.
All right, good afternoon, good evening. So, I was asked to do a quick little speech, and really, I don't think I am, even though I kind of have one, because I truly feel that the stories that were created these last 6 weeks are right here. And so I encourage you to have a conversation with each and every one of them. This is Youth-Led Tech, and they led it. I may be the lead instructor for Humboldt Park, but it really was on them. As every other site, we took that all the way throughout the 6-week program. They led it. All we did was create a safe space for them to tell their story. So I won't get really dry-eyed. We'll go ahead and start. Dorsey. And Tenza. Sylvia and Tenza. Sir Charles Evans. Maya Breen. Ricardo Gomez. Caesar Rubik's Cube Hernandez. Jesse Hernandez. Phoenix Marlande. Phoenix, the rising Phoenix. Jonathan Luis. Adriana Maldonado. Crystal Maldonado. Janet Marquez. Brian Martinez. Fernando Ortega. So I don't know about this. I wanna take a quick pause. Melanie Pagan. Adrian Patz. Michelangelo McGee. Trinity Santiago. Aliyah Vega. Mario Zumaya. Congratulations. Thank you guys. HP. Yeah.
How you guys doing? I couldn't hear, so I wanted to use the mic. I was thirsty to use the mic. I'm Ben. I'm from the North Lawndale site via Chicago Youth Centers located on 13th and Holman. So y'all about to meet our kids, and they did a great job this summer, so I'm just extremely proud. So here they come. They got on my nerves. So first up, getting their award, one of my instructors, Jermaine and Aaron.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah. All right, first award goes to Maya Adams. Nikia Adams. Kyla Adams. Tyrese Alexander. Samaria. Rich homie Draquan, there you go. Draquan, This is Jesus. Jesus. Alicia Hamilton. Asia, there you go. Mikey, there you go. This is Tina, aka Isis, beautiful goddess. Darius Parks, one of two twins. Darian Parks, one of two twins.
I'm dark.
She's dark, she's
I'm dark.
Rodney Pickett. Canard Joe, first. All my other set of twins. Tashana Tashay. Dania Swift. Jabari Van Dyke. Michaela Bossy Washington. Brother Malik. There you go, Brother Malik. Camilla, my dancer. My tech guru, Ali. There you go. As they receive their awards, I just want to say thank you so much to the Chicago Youth Centers. Thank you for the entire staff. Just raise your hands if you're from the Chicago Youth Center. Just raise your hands. They provided a great source for us, a great resource. My supervisor and boss Dan and Kai, has been very involved in helping us out. So thank you, Smart Chicago, and thank you, Westside Chicago.
Y'all see how Ben just came up here and took the mic and went on about his business? That's how he taught his class too. We appreciate that. Lots of initiative. And our last site, this site. the Roseland site. Come on.
Hi everyone, my name is Lucia Gonzalez and I was a lead instructor at Roseland, but I want to introduce to you a great team to me throughout this process. We couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it. We, the kids, couldn't have done it without each and every one of us. So I just want them to say a few words to my youth. I love you guys very much. You guys know that. They were amazing, and we learned a lot this summer together.
All right, I'm Michael Gore. I'm one of the assistant instructors at the Roseland location. And what I wanted to say was I really had a great time with all the youth this summer. We had a lot of fun, and a lot of the youth got to meet a lot of different people that they didn't know, and they became really good friends with them. So not only did they learn a lot from the technology side, but they also got more friends, so it helped out with their social life too. So I think this was a really good opportunity, and it was a success. So I want to tell you, all the youth from Roseland, I'm proud of you guys, and I'm glad to see you grow the way you've grown in the past 6 weeks.
Hi, my name is Angel Rodriguez. I want to say I'm really, really proud of everyone, and everybody worked really hard on their websites, on their apps and everything, and they did a good job.
Bill. How you doing? I'm Aaron Brown. These three summed it up basically. But I love these kids. I really do. So I don't really have much to say, but congratulations. All right. Ready? First, we have LaShonda. Then Miss Tiffany Blau. Alex. Yeah. So Ryan Butler. See that black man swag? Okay, who next? Amari. Brianni. Justo. His name's Justin. I apologize. Y'all ain't see this guy come here. Come on up here, movie star. This is Xavier right here. Turn around and see how. Dennis the Menace. Miss Tony Johnson. Next we have Nadia. Isaiah. This guy think he a model. This is Rashad right here. This is the future preacher of the world. Amen. Aaron Hall. This is the quietest person in the world. Tasia. Stop right there. This guy right here flip off the walls and land. Hurt himself anything, he'll be okay. Come on up here, Asia. She wanna be a star. Come up here, Taylor. This is Toriano.
Michael Jackson.
Quiet and cool. Okay. Yeah, that is the name. This is Cam from State Farm. This is the best game design in the world. Future. Come on, Jay. Future architect. Come on up here, bro. Autumn. Oh, I ain't used to me words. You just come up there. Autumn. Look at her. She a beautiful singer. She just, see, I got a lot of history up because at the beginning, I do because it's her, like at the beginning, she didn't want to sing. She didn't want to do much at all. But we worked with her, and now she's not afraid to sing. She became a better person. So this is Jayla. Next we have Trayvon. He has a wonderful story. I wish it was time for him to speak, but he has a wonderful story. I think everybody should listen to it one day. But Trayvon. This is our NBA star, Tyrese. She's just goofy, just all around. It's the wrestling star, Lorenzo. Okay, Renzo Benzo. He ain't gonna get
Why you gotta do all that? Oh my God.
Now these three, I love these three. They so hard working. Christiana. Caleb, I'm getting patches in his head though. So now last but not least, Michaela.
All right, let's give all the youth a great, great big hand. So, to close out our program today, I want to introduce you to this man. I've been talking about him the entire time I've been up here. Just a short little story about me and Dan. So me and Dan were the first two employees of the Smart Chicago Collaborative. And when Dan started in August 2011, and then I started in December 2011. And so when we met for our first official staff meeting of two, Dan said, Kyla, I have no idea what you're doing. And I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're going to figure it out. And now 4 years later, we stand before you with all of these youth and all of these parents and guardians and folks, grandmamas and babies and cousins, celebrating this work that we've done together. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to work with this man. He is a genius, and I appreciate him certainly. Who is playing with the lights?
Let's come on over there.
Savion Glover, and tap danced on the lights.
That's all right.
So, I want to introduce to you one of my favorite people, my executive director, Daniel X. O'Neill.
Okay. So you know we got to get some cake, right?
Yeah.
Cake, some lemonade. But before that, so I got about, I don't know, 50 or 75 minutes of prepared remarks. Yeah! You know I'm kidding, right? Very quickly. So, as you know, and hopefully I've introduced myself to everyone here, let me ask this. How many of the people in this room have I spoken to you on the phone or in person? Okay. See, this is the way I love it, right? Answer the phone is the number one lesson I have in my life. Answer your phone. I love talking to you all. So my phone number, this is my cell phone number right here. Okay? You call me anytime. No, it's in the thing and it's on my card. You got it right in front of you. Call me. Okay. So as you know, this is a technology program run for 6 weeks in the summer. And as I've talked with plenty of you, and of course all of you who are from the centers, this city. We are a rich city of summer programs. It's something I think that we really should be proud of. And this is a summer technology program. And every time I've spent with you all, you youth, and in all of your programs, as you know, I've been there and teaching and helping instruct, because that's how we roll at Smart Chicago. Everybody's involved. Everybody works. So we work. So when I've gone into your rooms, I like to think about those rooms, okay? When I go to a room, whether it's City Hall or Association or Chicago Youth Center's ABC, or the Governor's Mansion, or Christ the King, or NEBC, or Dr. Elsie Young Community Center, or 1871, or Teamwork Englewood, or any of these rooms, I like to think about what it took to make that room up. When I go into a room, I think about all of the billions of accidents that had to happen in order for this particular set of this particular people in this room. Can you imagine the amazing amount of things that you had to do in order to get into this room? That's what I think about when I go into rooms, about how I got here. And for all of us, just think for a moment about how you got into this room, all those calls you made to us, all the decisions you had to make, about where you were sending your youth, about your youth, where you wanted to go, where you wanted to be. And I know that everybody's story is full of wonder and joy and pain and learning and mistakes and mastery. At least that's my story. I know that's how I got here. I know that's all the people here at Smart Chicago, that's how we got here. So I did a lesson, you may remember the youth here, and if you don't, we got to take those computers back. But I did a lesson called Smart Chicago You, Power, Poetry, and Pictures. You remember that lesson about power? Amen. We talked about power structures. We talked about rooms a little bit, right? We talked about where you're from. We talked about you can go in any room you want in this city. You can go anywhere you want in this city. This is your city. And I'm glad that we went to your neighborhood. I'm glad that we came to you. I'm glad that we went where you are. But you can go anywhere you want in this city. This is a tiny little city. Teeny tiny little place. Everybody in this room can go anywhere they want in this city and anywhere in this world. And sometimes we forget that. Because we think about power and we think about money. And you may remember the most important thing, even for a technology program, because it makes no sense, that the most important thing in a technology program, what was it when I told you, don't say it, the most important thing that I told you was that we love you and we're never going to let you go. Do you remember that? Yeah. Every time I got in front of you, I said, we love you and we're never going to let you go. Yeah. It is easy to say that. It is easy to say that. It is harder to have systems and mechanisms for doing that. We think we have them. One of them is my cell phone number. One of them is my business card. One of them is all of the forms. How many of you have filled out these crazy forms we have? Those forms are so we can be with you, okay? Now all the adults here, you know how you got your careers. Everybody likes to think it's linear. And you started here, and you went there, and then you went there, and then you did that. That never works for anybody. I have a degree in English and anthropology. Why am I up here talking about poetry and technology for? It makes no sense. I got here because people gave me a chance, because I knew people, because somebody loved me and somebody wouldn't let me go. And that's where I got here. So we're very, very, very serious about this. One of them is the CUT group, the Civic User Testing Group, and I know Sonia's here. And I want you all to sign up. How many people here are signing up for the CUT group, the Civic User Testing Group? Some of the youth are. We need all the adults here to sign up for the Civic User Testing Group. You get a $5 Visa gift card today, and then you get an opportunity to test technology for a $20 Visa gift card. Now that's not much money, but it gives us an opportunity to get together, okay? It's a little bit of something that allows, again, these mechanisms that allow us to be together. So how to use WordPress, how the internet works, how to use the GIMP photo editing software, introduction to games, introduction to web development. Those are all important. You learned that. But again, what you really need to know is that we love you and we're never going to let you go. So you have our business cards. We're connected on social media. All you guardians, we're connected to you. And of course, you're connected, and I'm connected now, and this is one of the great joys, to all of the people who ran the centers. And Dr. Tony, this is what the greatest thing you gave us, was all these relationships with all these people. That we now, remember Lisa, we were saying, how are we going to recruit the kids? I'm like, I don't know. We're just going to send out an email or something. You're like, well, let me connect to some people, maybe. Right? Isn't that what you said? And then you just started it off, and it was an endless flow. And everything you sent us, we caught. And then we send it out, and that's what led to this room. So we appreciate these relationships with Chicago Youth Centers ABC, Roberta Douglas, Tanya Stassers, Melody Mills, Kimberly George, Carl Granberry, Frankie Hamilton, Barbara Mosaccio, Kate Tillison. We now know you. We appreciate that. We've been there. And Adam, all the work that you did in sourcing these places. We deeply appreciate you and all these relationships we have. At Dr. Elsie Young Community Center, Catherine Urich. And all of these places, and Evelyn Ross at NEBC. I was there yesterday. That was my last and final stop. Amazing place. At Association House, all the great people. We love, we have a good relationship with Association House and Stephen Pagozzi and everybody in Connect Chicago and all of those people. Teamwork Englewood, an amazing place, an amazing resource, an amazing neighborhood. We appreciate all these relationships. And we appreciate here at Smart Chicago all the people that made this happen, the crazy things we had to do, people. Oh my goodness gracious. You know what it takes to get a good meal to 2 times a day to 35 people in 5 parts of the city? It's crazy. We had a problem with that lunch budget, didn't we? But it worked out. The lunch was, did you like the lunch? Sometimes you didn't.
Amen.
Boy,
Amen.
you're vocal about lunch, these youth, my goodness. Did we make adjustments when we had to?
Yeah.
See? It's all about making the adjustments. It's all of what it takes. Chris Walker from Smart Chicago, working at lunch. Sonia Marciano, in the very beginning of setting this up. Kyla told that story of all the craziness of us trying to get it together. And Sonia, our rock, helping us with it. Our new person at Smart Chicago is Denise Lynn. Denise Lynn gets there, she's running a couple other things for us, right? Denise Lynn, imagine this, you get at your job, you just came from, what is it, where'd you go? Kennedy School, right? Over in Boston. She shows up at her job, literally on the first day we're like, yeah, can you call these parents on the phone and tell them their kids are accepted into our youth-led tech program? Absolutely, no problem. She did it. Christopher Whitaker, whenever things went to heck in the first week, we're trying to figure out how we get all the materials to these people. I said, Chris, I need to get in your car. He says, fiance, now it's his wife. My fiance, car. Don't worry. Where'd you rent it from?
No, we worked it out. I took the car.
All right, borrowed the car from his wife. It's fine.
Technically, it's my car.
It's his car anyway. It's not your car, Christopher, just to let you know. Ain't nothing your car no more, okay? So that's about all I have. I need you all to sign up for the Civic User Testing Group. I do, again, I've been talking about all the great work we've been doing together, but Getting Chicago is an absolutely invaluable resource for these communities. And remember, it wasn't just these 5 communities, it's all 16 communities that Getting Chicago serves. And I know that we all came from all about it.
Indeed.
And who else we got?
No, I just wanted to make a little announcement that what you do matters. So for all of our parents and our guardians, our grandmamas and the adults in the room, we have these tote bags for you. So see me out in the hallway.
And those tote bags, of course, from the Chicago Community Trust. You heard from Daniel Ash talking about how we need to be all connected, the same exact message, because that's where I work, is at the Chicago Community Trust. So lastly, of course, Microsoft. We appreciate Microsoft for the space, for the computers. They gave us an amazing deal on it. So I have a circuitous path in my career to this spot, and I want you to have a similar one. All we have to do is love each other. So let's love each other with some cake right now. All right, let's go.
Congratulations.